So let's understand now different types of chemical reactions. First is combination reaction, second decomposition reaction, third displacement reaction, fourth double displacement, and last is the redox reaction. So let's start with combination reaction. When two or more substances combine together to form a single product. Single product is important here. We call such reaction as combination reaction. For example, if A reacts with B, then a combined product of both A and B is obtained, that is AB. Let me explain this with the help of example. Take a beaker and add calcium oxide into it or a quicklime. After that, take another beaker containing water. When you add water into calcium oxide, then a combined product of both calcium oxide and water is obtained, which is called calcium hydroxide. Now, calcium oxide is acting like A, water is acting like B, and the product that is obtained, it is a combined single combined product of both the reactants. That is why we call this addition of water in calcium oxide as a combination reaction. Exothermic reaction. Exo means out, therm means heat. When heat is released during a reaction, we call such reaction as exothermic reaction. In the previous reaction, when we added water into quicklime, heat is released. That is why we call such process as exothermic. If you remember the beaker, when we added water into the quicklime, the rise in temperature can be depicted. If you bring your hand near this beaker, you can easily feel the rise in temperature as heat is released here. Burning of natural gas is exothermic process. When you burn any natural gas like methane, a large amount of heat is released. If heat is released out, again we call such process as exothermic one. The formula for methane is CH4. When you burn it in presence of oxygen, carbon dioxide, water and heat plus light is obtained. This heat liberation is indicating that it is an exothermic reaction. Decomposition of vegetative compost is also an exothermic reaction, as in this process also energy is released, and whenever energy is released, energy is liberated, we call such process as exothermic. So let us see now how respiration is an exothermic reaction. There is a difference between breathing and respiration. Breathing is intake of oxygen and removal of carbon dioxide. But respiration is using this oxygen to break down the food to release energy and carbon dioxide. So let us see what exactly happened. This process of taking in oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide is called breathing. When you take oxygen, this oxygen will get into the cell, and inside the cell food is present. This oxygen will break down the food, and when we break that food, energy is released. And as energy is released, we call this as exothermic process. So respiration is using oxygen to break down the food material to convert it into energy and carbon dioxide. So when you eat food, it will go into the mouth, then to the esophagus, then to the stomach, and then intestine. You know, food is digested in our stomach and intestine. When it is digested inside our stomach and intestine, it will be absorbed in our blood after that. So digested food will be absorbed into the blood, and once the food enter into the blood, it will move to the whole body with the help of blood flow. So now once the oxygen go inside the cell, you know, food is also present,
glucose is a type of food, is a type of carbohydrate. When oxygen, it combines with oxygen, then glucose is broken down, and once the glucose is broken down, due to this breaking, energy is released along with carbon dioxide and water. So as energy is released during this process of respiration, we are calling this respiration as exothermic reaction. So intake of oxygen and removal of carbon dioxide is breathing, but utilizing this oxygen to break down the food that we have digested to produce energy and carbon dioxide is called respiration. As energy is released or energy is produced during this process, we call respiration as exothermic process. There are three types of decomposition. First one is thermal decomposition. When a single reactant breaks down into product by providing heat. Therm means heat. If breaking down occurs due to providing heat, such reaction are called thermal decomposition. For example, heating of lead nitrate. Take a test tube containing colorless lead nitrate. Lead nitrate is colorless. When you heat it, it will be converted into yellow color substance. That yellow color substance is due to the formation of lead monoxide, that is PbO, and two gases are released here. One is colorless oxygen and one is reddish brown nitrogen dioxide. So you can observe two things here. First one is change in color. Lead nitrate, that is colorless, will turn into yellow due to the formation of lead monoxide. So first observation is yellow colored lead monoxide is formed. Second, reddish brown gas is evolved. That reddish brown gas is nitrogen dioxide. As heat is used to break down a single reactant into many products, we are calling this type of decomposition as thermal decomposition reaction. Now, decomposition of ferrous sulfate. You have to identify which type of decomposition is this and comment it in the comment box. So first, take ferrous sulfate crystals. You know, the color of ferrous sulfate crystals is green. Okay, so when you heat these green color ferrous sulfate crystal, the solution become colorless. Now this is FeSO4. Earlier it was FeSO4 into 7 molecule of water, but when you heat it, water get evaporate and it become colorless. When you further heat it, the solution turns into brown color. Now this is important. So what do you observe at the last? The green color of ferrous sulfate is turned into brown color due to the formation of ferric oxide. So you are heating it. When you heat it first, then 7 molecule of water get evaporate and it is converted into anhydrous ferrous sulfate. Anhydrous means without water. When you further heat this anhydrous ferrous sulfate, which is colorless, its color changes to brown color, and this brown color is due to the ferric oxide. Now in exam the question will come like this: write two observation and write the reaction of decomposition of ferrous sulfate. So first observation will be the green color will turn into ferric oxide due to the formation of brown color ferric oxide due to the formation of ferric oxide. Second is pungent smell of sulfur dioxide is formed. Here two gas are liberated. One is sulfur dioxide, one is sulfur trioxide, which has pungent smell. So there are two observations. First is change of color from green to brown due to the formation of ferric oxide. Second, pungent smell due to the gases formed. Second is decomposition reaction. Decomposition means breakdown. When a single reactant breaks down to give simpler products, we call such process as decomposition reaction. If AB is a reactant, it is when heat is provided, it is broken down into two different products, that is A and B. This is a decomposition reaction. Take a test tube, add calcium carbonate into it. When you provide heat to this, then two different products are obtained. One is a gas, that is carbon dioxide, and one is quicklime or calcium oxide. Now here a single product, that is calcium carbonate, when heat is provided is broken down into two different products, decomposed into two different products. That is why we are calling this process as decomposition reaction. Now this process is also called endothermic process. Endo means in and therm means heat. When heat is used to carry out any reaction, we call such process as endothermic. Here, when you heat calcium carbonate, this heat energy, that energy is utilized to break the bond of calcium carbonate. So heating of calcium carbonate is a endothermic reaction. It is opposite of exothermic reaction. In exothermic reaction, energy is released, but in endothermic reaction, energy is used. So decomposition reaction, in this reaction a single substance is broken down into two or more products, and in combination reaction two or more substances are combined together to form a single product. So combination is an opposite of decomposition reaction. Decomposition by light. Breakdown of reactants into product by sunlight is called decomposition by light. So sunlight is used here for decomposition. So let's take an example. Take a china dish and add silver chloride into it. Silver chloride is of white color, as you can see here. Put it into sunlight for some time. Now this sunlight will break this bond of silver chloride and silver and chloride are separated out. As you know, silver is of grey color, so this white color changes into grey color as silver as an separate element is liberated here. Have you ever wondered which reaction is used in black and white photography? It is also decomposition by light. Here silver bromide is used. It is of light yellow color. When sunlight is passed over it, it is converted into silver and bromine. Bromine is liberated as gas and silver color of the silver will be again grey. This is also a type of decomposition by light. And the last one is electrical decomposition. Here breakdown of single reactant into many products take place by the help of electricity. So if we are talking about decomposition by light, it means we are using sunlight or any source of light to break the bond. If we are talking about electric decomposition, it means we are using electricity for breaking down of any element. So here water is broken down into hydrogen gas and oxygen gas by passing the electric current over the solution. So if electric current is used to break down the bond, it will be electric decomposition. If sunlight or any source of light is used to break down the bond, it will be decomposition of light. And if heat is used to break down the bond, it will be thermal decomposition.